I don't want celebrities out there putting all of their hashtags on the line to tell a normal citizen what to do with their life. Now, I do believe that celebrities should be able to say something, but Taylor Swift trying to, get people to vote for a certain thing or put a political action out there with her music video is really just going to fall on deaf ears because most of her fans are going to be 15 or 16 years old anyways. So celebrities are using their platform to make themselves look better. It's all about themselves. And unfortunately, political parties love that. They say, let's use a celebrity, especially the Democrats. They'll use a celebrity like Eva Longoria to host the DNC, when really the normal voter in middle America doesn't give a hoot about what TV show you were on. They care about policies over personalities. So my opinion, less celebrities and more, what are you going to actually do for people?
So if the question before us today is, do celebrities' opinions on politics matter? First, we kind of have to define matter and to whom and to what end. If to matter, we're talking about making a difference in the world or affecting change or playing a role in how the course of human events plays out, or the election of new leaders, the passing of legislation, then celebrity opinion does not matter, and there's evidence to support that. If we're talking about whether celebrity opinion matters in the sense that it affects the hearts and the minds of their fans in some palpable way, and their ability to connect and commune with those people, whether it be on their Netflix queue or on a Spotify playlist, then sure, I think the political opinion of celebrities do matter, but not in the way that changes the world that we live in. It is superficial, it's fluff, and at the end of the day, doesn't mean anything.
Hello and welcome back to another Millennial Minute. I'm your host, Zaina Allen, and you've already heard from our guest, Joy Villa, recording artist and author of Kick-Ass Conservative, and Stephen Kent, a spokesperson for Young Voices. Now, look, Cardi B is interviewing presidential candidates and athletes are striking. So how involved should they really be in politics? Joy, we can start with you.
I don't think they should be involved in politics unless they're just going to talk about their own. But interviewing potential candidates for an election, it's ridiculous. Cardi B could barely get sentences out. She was making sound effects, and Joe Biden had no idea who he was interviewing with. It just becomes a farce, and it's such a sad attempt by people who are probably in their 40s trying to get people in their teens, right, 18, 19, 20-year-olds to vote, and it looks hokey. It looks like it's a desperate grab for the youth. And it's a fashion magazine that hired a rap artist to interview a presidential candidate. That whole thing was a mess, but that's not the first time we've seen it. Every time they do this, it goes wrong and it backfires. It doesn't move the needle politically. It just creates more noise in the Twitter sphere, but that doesn't actually translate to votes.
Mm-hmm. And Stephen, what about you? What is your opinion?
Well, I think it certainly depends on what the goals of any given celebrity are. But, I kind of bristle always at the suggestion that a person shouldn't speak their mind or they shouldn't advocate for ideas that they care about. I think it's important that any sort of performer always maintain their individualism and their right to, set off anybody that they don't agree with or speak out on the issues that they care about. Does it make them look a little silly at times? Do people take Cardi B seriously and think that she has a political philosophy? No, I don't think they do. But at the end of the day, when celebrities and politicians are communing and using each other for endorsements, they're using it to amplify the megaphone of one person or the other. And in this case, using the megaphone of Cardi B to benefit Joe Biden and reach new people. There's a purpose to it. But, at the end of the day, I think they should, of course, be able to do that and feel comfortable doing it.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that celebrities can change people's minds when they voice their opinions and not necessarily just focusing on, as you said, Joy, the 18, 19, 20-year-olds, just overall, do you think that celebrities can change the people's mind? Stephen, we can start with you.
Yeah, so the scholarship on this is incredibly mixed. There is a study that was put out in 2016 from Bowling Green State University, and what they were really able to show in this is that to actually impact a voter's actions, the celebrity had to be a unicorn. They had to be perfect. They had to be well-liked. They had to be credible, and they also had to be well known. If you send out the lead singer of Green Day to go speak at a political event, you're rolling the dice on that the only people in there know what Green Day even is. And you had the reactions to different celebrities break down in different ways. Beyonce can bring in a ton of money for a political campaign, and Oprah Winfrey brought in several $1,000,000 for the Barack Obama campaign. But Beyonce's net favorability is minus 19. Ted Nugent was minus 13.4 with Ohio voters. Winfrey was a minus 5.2, even though she was able to bring in money. There are trade-offs being made in the use of celebrities. But there's not a lot of evidence to show that they change people's opinions. But I'd love to get into, probably here down the road, how they do move people. And it's a different way than people think.
Okay, and how about you, Joy? Do you think that a celebrity's opinions can change the minds of the people?
Well, Stephen gave out some incredible statistics, which I didn't know about.
Right.
And it's interesting because they can get a lot of attention. You know, I mean, I personally, from my experience, I got a lot of attention when I wore a Trump dress to the Grammys. But did I move voters? I don't know. I don't have those statistics. I get out there and I'm very politically active and outspoken. And I'm, you know, you could say a celebrity. I'm a well-known figure, you know, within circles. I'm a musician. I'm an artist, and I still do that. I'm an author. My book is all about why I wore Trump dresses to the Grammys, why I do what I do, explaining what policies I support, being a Black and Latina woman, why I believe in this presidency, why I believe it's important to be active as a conservative. So I think that book will hopefully sway some voters. But if I just go out there and be a celebrity and speak, I think it's not enough. The celebrities who are swaying voters are the people who are politically active and concerned and who are looking at it more as a mom or a voter or an independent business person like myself, rather than from the celebrity platform. So I don't know. I don't think it's as much as they think they're swaying voters, but they can always get attention. Now, what those people, you know, who are using them do with the attention, it's all up to the campaigners.
Yeah, and the celebrities are playing a pretty dubious game of adding and subtracting voters for the campaigns that they try to support. You just can't predict how people think about you and how different audiences judge you. And when you go out there and you get political for a candidate, you are subtracting a large swath of voters who maybe had nasty opinions about you to begin with, in hopes that you maybe make up with new voters that were really energized by that celebrity and really care about that person. And that the fact of the matter is the math usually doesn't add up, but campaigns keep doing it anyways because they really believe in the idea of reach.
Right.
And this is the thing, too, is I think a lot of these celebrities who are outspoken don't even believe in what they're talking about. They're hired to do this job, and it becomes more of a social campaign. And that's really what I detest. You know, you're going to have so-and-so up there saying, oh, vote on this, and people who watch Bravo or something, that TV show, are going to go, oh, cool, I trust this person, but that person may not even know what's in the bill. Now, I can't assume that they don't know, but I mean, just like we said back to Cardi B, I know she doesn't know what she's talking about because I can hear it coming out of her mouth. I watch those interviews. She's not politically inclined. And also, how would she have time to do that? She's on a tour and she's owned by her record label. She's not an independent person who's been, you know, involved in politics since the beginning, as opposed to someone like Susan Sarandon, right, who is very liberal, but is very involved in politics as well as acting. And I would trust her voice, even though we have a completely different opinion on things. I respect her voice more because at least I see she's put in the work to actually back up and read what she's talking about, rather than someone who's just like, oh, I'm verified on Twitter, let me say something about this campaign, right?
Well, I do think that both of you guys made some great points here today. So thank you both for being here, and thank you all for watching. Have a great day.